everybody, and welcome to this week's cooking class with Chef Jess and Sous-Chef Lana. Today we're going to be making for you a homemade banana bread. For the cooking demo today, we're going to need a stick and a half of butter, 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Did you say flour?
Flour.
1.5 teaspoons of baking soda, a half a teaspoon of salt, 4 overripe bananas, 1 cup of brown sugar packed nicely in the cup, 2 eggs, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. We usually also add some currant berries, and then of course a banana bread is not complete without chocolate chips. Another thing that we really need that's necessary is the mixer. So if you don't have a KitchenAid mixer at home, you could also use a hand blender mixer, whatever you have that works to mix up the ingredients. You do want to mention that we did thoroughly wash our hands. We tied our hair up. Lana still has a little bit to go until we tie her hair up. Okay, so let's begin the class. So right now, before we start anything, we're gonna melt our butter in the microwave, because by the time we put it in our mix, we want to make sure it's cool so it doesn't start cooking the ingredients before they need to be cooked. So we're going to put this in the microwave, the 3 pieces, for 1 minute. And like I said, make sure that you always ask your parents to use any type of appliance in your kitchen to be safe and make sure you're doing the right thing. Okay, ready? How many pieces are there? 1, 2, 3. 3. Okay. Go to the oven and bake at 375. Our first step in the banana bread process is 2 bananas. Ready? 1. Can you count? 1?
2.
1. And say 2.
2.
Okay, 2 bananas. And now we are going to measure out 1 cup of brown sugar. This is 1 packed cup. Lana's gonna pour it in. Okay, ready, Lana? Pour it in. So let's turn it and boop! In it is. Is it in? Like I've said in previous videos, when you're baking for other people, you want to be a little more sanitary. But this bread is just for Lana and I, so we don't mind taste testing to make sure it tastes okay for us. As you can see, the bananas are in there and the brown sugar, so it's time to go to the mixer. Our next steps are going to be the dry ingredients, so that's the flour, the baking soda, and the salt. And we're going to need 2 cups of flour. Oh! Good job. Oh, yep. There we go. Nothing like playing with flour. Mommy and Lana are going to do this one together. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Say, let's go.
Yeah. Good
job. Okay. And then we are going to add... What? I think Lana meant to say the next thing we're going to add is the baking soda. So we need 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. So we have 1, and then we're going to do our half a teaspoon. So that's 1.5. Now we're going to add our salt. So that's a half a teaspoon. And now you always want to blend those together, so they're already mixed up well when you put them into the wet ingredients. Good job. Okay, and we're all set. So the dry ingredients we're going to put aside, and let's see how our wet ingredients look. They look great. So I'm going to show you guys. So our next step is we are going to add 2 eggs to the wet batter. Something I do that's actually a great tip I got from my mom. Shout out to my mom who taught me how to cook, and my dad too. They're really good chefs. So Thank you guys. What they taught me is to pop one egg in here. You always want to crack your egg into another container before, just in case there's anything yucky in your egg. And to make sure if you drop any shells, that you can pick them out before you put them in the whole batter. But it looks like this egg is good. So Lana, can you pour this in the batter, please?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got one egg. Bloop. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job. All right, 2 eggs.
Maybe.
Then we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Can you say vanilla extract? Close enough. Good job. Yep, all done. And the last wet ingredient we need to add is the butter that has now been cooled.
Butter. Butter.
Butter. Butter's one of Lana's favorite things. The Podroskis really love their butter. 1, 2, 3. Now we're gonna put it on here. We're gonna mix everything up. So Lana, ready? When Lana says, let's go, we're gonna turn it on.
I go.
While that's mixing, we're actually gonna grease our pan. So this is my bundt pan, and it makes a nice big loaf of bread. And this is kind of perfect for the amount of batter that we're gonna pour into it. It makes a nice even circle cake. And this is pan with flour. The pan has been sprayed, and so nothing's sticking to it. The batter is all mixed together, so our last step is to add the dry ingredients. Are we ready? Yeah, ready. We're gonna add our flour, baking soda, and salt mixture that's been mixed together. So you always want to shut the KitchenAid off before you pour something in it to make sure it doesn't splatter everywhere. I'm gonna add it in. Then you want to shut it. And whenever you're adding flour to anything, you want to start off slowly so it doesn't poof everywhere. And then once it mixes together and it's kind of absorbed in with the other wet ingredients, then you could turn the speed up to medium to make sure it's blended evenly and well. Good. These are the 2 frozen bananas that are mushy. So these are what you're gonna have to add and hand mix into the batter. So what I do is just mash them up with a fork, so that way they're evenly distributed in the batter. Want to try to mash them? Here, hold the fork. So ready? We're gonna mash them up. Okay, those are all set. And then our last few fun ingredients that we're gonna add, we're gonna mix them in this bowl. We have a cup of chocolate chips that we just added, and we have a cup of the delicious red currant. And this red currant comes from my in-laws' garden. They have a beautiful garden that I aspire to have. And this is one of the plants that they grow that's super fruitful every year, and we're lucky enough to have these berries and freeze them and use them in our breads. So thank you. Pouring those in. These are gonna be all the things that we hand mix in. The bananas that we mashed, there are 2 left. The cup of berries and the cup of chocolate chips. You can see our batter, it's nice and evenly mixed together, so it's more of a thicker texture than before. And so what's gonna help loosen this up are the fresh bananas that we're gonna add. Okay, ready, Lana? We're gonna pour them in. Bananas are in. And then Lana, can you help me with this one? We're gonna pour these in. Ready? Oh, our little taste tester. Now we're gonna mix it up. So you gotta hand mix it. So the batter is complete. Super exciting. Lana, are you excited?
Yeah.
Lana's gonna just do 2 more stirs. Can you stir it?
Yeah.
Okay, use your muscles. All right. So in the batter goes. Ready? Whoosh. Ooh, yum. Does this smell good, Lana?
Yeah.
Can you sing us a song?
I don't
Lana always sings my favorite songs. Great job.
Yeah.
That sounded beautiful. You want to make sure you're always scraping every last bit of it because it's all so delicious. Then we're gonna mush it around. Is it ready to go in the oven?
Yeah. Hot.
Hot. In it goes. So this is gonna cook for about 45 minutes. So once you pop it in, we're gonna set our kitchen timer for 45 minutes. High five. We made a banana bread! Stay tuned next week for another food cooking demo by Chef Jess and Sous-Chef Lana.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.